leading up to Knees of Fury 74 on February the 9th, 2019. So I'm lucky enough to be sitting again with another good friend of mine, Jordan Fielding. Jordan has been very successful in Muay Thai across Australia and Australasia in recent times, and his match with Kym Johnson, the technician, will be a very, very interesting fight coming up in the next Knees of Fury. So thank you, Jordan, for joining us today.
No worries. Hello, guys.
Yeah, giving people an insight into your training philosophy and where you're at the moment with your fight prep. So, okay, so let's start with the same question I started with Kim. What got you started into kickboxing?
So when I was 15 years old, I was living with my mum in Adelaide, and then I was sent to live with my uncle in Sydney. We had some family problems, and my uncle owned a Thaiboxing gym there with his Thai trainer. So when I moved to Sydney, that's when I started Thaiboxing every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what attracted you to the sport?
Well, at first it was more something that I had to do kind of after school.
Yeah.
But I quickly fell in love with it. I'd always played sports growing up. I did a little bit of taekwondo, karate when I was younger, but I didn't really enjoy it. When I started Thai boxing, I really liked the physical aspect of training, being able to spar, hit the pads, release energy, and just everything about it I really liked. So yeah.
Great. So let's talk about your recent success in Muay Thai across Australia and Australasia. Can you take us through your current belts, your titles, wins, losses?
So far I've had 22 fights, 14 wins, 8 losses, and 3 wins by knockout. I have the MTA South Australian title, IKBF Australian title, IKBF South Pacific title, and IKBF Commonwealth title.
That's great. So there seems to be a lot of buzz leading into the fight between you and Kym Johnson, because obviously Kym is returning after a nice long 4-year break, and at the time he was probably one of the best fighters that South Australia has ever produced. So there's a lot of people talking about this fight.
Yeah, he's probably not only the best in South Australia, he was the best in Australia for a long time. So
wow.
Yeah, it's a big step up for me. He's had double the experience, has had big fights, but I'm ready for the challenge, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so you're feeling good coming into the fight?
Yeah, very good.
How's your prep been?
Prep has been good. I always go into my fights very well prepared. I train twice a day, so in the mornings I'll do my run, come back, do my fitness work on the bags, some Thai pads, maybe some technical sparring, and then I eat, sleep, and then come back to the gym for the hard session in the afternoon. So yeah, for this fight camp, it would be, when the fight comes, 7 weeks in total, which is perfect. So yeah, feeling good. Everything's on track.
Now, you don't have to tell me, because I know some of these things are kept under wraps.
Yeah.
But obviously, you would have been watching some of Kym's old fights and seeing his technique. What have you been particularly working on to make sure that you're ready for this fight?
Well, he's pretty much good at everything. So I just have to make sure that I'm the best version of myself that I can be. We're expecting a hard fight. He's very tall, very long, very sharp, switches between southpaw orthodox, so yeah, we're just ready for anything that comes.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And like I said to you before we started this interview, it's going to be the most agonising fight I'm ever going to have to watch, I think, because both of you are good friends of mine. So it'll be a great fight.
Yeah.
So how much weight do you have to cut to get below that 66 kilos this time around?
So when I started the fight prep, I was 73.5 kilos. A little bit lighter than that now, so I probably have about 5 kilos to go. Yeah, which is perfect. I can get lighter if I really want to, but I like being about 5 kilos heavier, so that the next day I can put more weight on, and it's not too much. So yeah, from my experience, being about 5 kilos heavier than the weight division is what I like.
Good
Yeah,
stuff for you.
yeah.
So other than, you've talked about your training, so what other things do you do? Because obviously you guys that prepare for fights, your training leading into the fights is quite grueling and, high volumes of training. As a fighter, what do you need to be really mindful of as far as keeping your body strong, not getting sick, not getting injured? What maintenance do you do?
Well, my situation is different to most people because, like, this is my whole life. So most people have to wake up, go to work, and then go to training. Whereas I have the luxury of, I come to the gym in the morning, train, and then I have the day where I can just recover. So I might go to the sauna, recover. I might get a drip or recover. I sleep a lot, eat healthy, switch my phone off, just relax my mind, and then come back in the afternoon. So yeah, having that rest in between really helps for me. But yeah, I know a lot of people can't do that. So yeah, bless you.
So there's a lot of people out there that follow you, and obviously a lot of aspiring fighters that would like to be in your position one day. What are some, I suppose, rules to live by that you live by to be the top of your game, to be a professional in Muay Thai?
There's so much that goes into it, but a big thing is definitely consistency. So yeah, you have to be consistent with your eating, with your training, with your studying videos, different ways to fight. And after you have a fight, don't take too much time off of training. Go back to the gym, talk to your trainer about what you did well, what you can improve on, and work on that. Because otherwise, if you take a big break and then you just come back to the gym when you have another fight lined up, say like 6-7 weeks out before your next fight, you get fit and strong, but you wouldn't have improved, you know what I mean, from your last fight. So the person who's always in the gym, learning, you don't have to be training hard all the time, otherwise you burn out, but you always want to be in the gym, improving yourself, improving your game, and that's probably my biggest tip. Just stay consistent. And you want to try and fight. If you want to be a professional, you want to try and fight a few times a year. Don't have a fight and then have a year off and then have a fight. You're not going to get anywhere like that.
You always try and continually improve.
Yeah. Win or lose doesn't matter. Everyone's going to be proud of you for the hard work and the dedication you've put in. It takes a lot of courage to get in the ring. So yeah, win or lose, just go back to the gym and improve for the next one.
Yeah, that's great. So obviously we're here in Strongheart, Muay Thai,
yes,
just off the Port Road. So can you tell us a little bit about your business and about your training and what you offer here?
Yeah, so at Strongheart Muay Thai, we're on Port Road, Hindmarsh. We've been open for 4.5 years now, and we teach traditional Thaiboxing. We have classes morning and evening. We have a trainer here from Thailand, so we're the only gym in South Australia that offers that at the moment. And yeah, it's a professional Thaiboxing gym. So.
Okay, so how many times do you go to Thailand to train? How many times have you been?
I've probably been 8 times.
Right, it seems to be a common thread.
Yeah, it is common. It is a common thread. I go a bit less now that I have the trainers here. Yeah. So I don't really need to go now, but yeah.
And what's so great about training in Thailand from time to time?
I think it's the same as anything. If you go and see where, the roots of where something comes from, you can get a better understanding of what you're doing. Like that saying, it's hard to know your future if you don't know your past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, so you can go and see how it's done properly, where it comes from, how they train, how they fight, the lifestyle. It's also you get to get away on a holiday, get to get away from work. You know what I mean? Just focus on the training, and yeah.
Cool. So do you have any other sponsors you'd like to mention?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, Hindmarsh special. That's
You're
fantastic.
special. You're very special.
Oh, lovely. Okay, great. Well, I suppose my last question for you was, what mantra do you live by?
Strong heart, strong mind.
Strong heart, strong mind. That's great.
That's it.
Great. All right. Well, look, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
On February 9th, and I'll be there cheering you on. But yeah, thanks again for having me in, and we'll see you soon.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks.